So I'm starting the recording for this session. So welcome to this seminar based on entrepreneurship skills training. Yes. If you have any doubt,
Thank
you can.
you.
Yeah. So during the discussion, if you feel that we have any doubt, you can raise your hands, okay? And then it would be great if you all keep your mic on mute. Okay, let me start sharing my screen. Is it visible?
Yes.
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 Yes, it
Great.
is.
Great. So, um, you, I think we should also start with this introduction because some of you I know, but for some of you this is very new session. So can I have Doreen for introduction, please?
Yes. I'm Doreen Sinta from Malawi.
Okay. And why this seminar is important for you? I mean, everybody has got their reason to enroll for, giving their time on Sundays because it is, it plays a role in your thing. So if you can tell me that purpose also.
Yeah, I want to learn more about entrepreneurship and have myself here so that I can find something to do in my life.
Okay, so Doreen, are you a professional? I mean, working somewhere? If you can tell
No.
us. Okay, so you are a student. Okay, only.
Yes.
All right, let's move to Devi. Devi, Amar, let me know if
Uh,
I'm
yeah, welcome.
pronouncing it. Yes, please. Could you please introduce yourself?
Yeah, I am Ammar Abdul Wasi Al Makhlafi. I am from
Okay.
Yemen, is an Arabic country, and I joined this meeting to develop myself.
Okay. Are you working somewhere?
Yeah, I'm working in as a supervisor.
Okay. S-
Yeah.
Um, any specific field or trait you want to share so that, we can have those insights also from the expertise, from the experts?
Um. Sorry, I didn't hear your question because I don't know. Maybe internet is slow or
Right.
problem.
I
Yeah.
was saying that you said you are a supervisor. So
Yeah.
if you want to share, could you please tell us in which industry and which product you are dealing with?
Yeah. I am supervisor in hotel in Malaysia and Indonesia too.
Okay,
Um, yeah.
right. Okay,
Yeah.
thank you. Let's move
You
on
are
to
all.
Bruno. Bruno, okay. Peter,
Hello, good afternoon, everyone.
Yeah,
My
good
name is
afternoon.
Bruno from Kenya, Mombasa.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm interested in the entrepreneurship skills because I need to start a business, and I'm looking at if I get the skills and I get the certificate, I'll be able to venture into enterprise.
Okay. Nice. Then Peter, please. Okay. Marumbo.
Hello.
Oh, yeah, Peter is here. Hello.
Yes, I'm Peter Kakoma from Zambia.
Okay.
I work under the Ministry of Health.
Okay.
Yeah, to me, entrepreneurship can be applied in my workplace and also in my personal businesses.
Right. Okay, making sense. Thank you, Marumbo. Do you have
My network is
introduced?
poor.
Though you
Yes,
have introduced yourself earlier, but for all of us, because we are having this
I'm interested
entrepreneurship.
in
Yeah, yeah. Go ahead.
I'm interested in this entrepreneurship skills because I already got a department under supervisor, so it will help me on management aspect.
Right. Okay. Sombo.
Hello, my name is Sombo Kaumba from Zambia. I'm
Right.
interested in this training because I have experience working with women and young girls in entrepreneurship skills. So I would just want to actually gain knowledge. I also run a small business and I want to
Right.
gain knowledge on how I can expand. Thank you.
Right. That's fascinating. Thank you, Depraham.
My name's Angosa Diplaham from Zambia. Yeah, I'm
Okay.
interested in entrepreneurship because I want to gain the personal experience so that I can apply in my own business, and also it can help me to have my workplace.
It will help you too. Sorry, come up again, please, with the last line.
Yeah, so that I can help in men or other ways, especially in my business.
Okay. Okay. Then Paul.
Uh, my name is Paul Cephas from Malawi.
Okay.
This training will help me a lot because I want to upgrade myself from being a businessman into an entrepreneur. So before I venture myself, or before I venture into entrepreneurship, I need to learn and have skills about entrepreneurship. So I think this is the right time to have the knowledge.
Right.
Thank you.
Okay. Then we have Riaz.
Hello.
Yeah, Paul, that's thank
Hi.
you. TV, I'll come back to you. Just bear with me.
Okay.
I don't know. It has been disabled. But Paul, if you have any doubt, you can raise your hand so that I can unmute yourself. It was Alexander. Okay. Riaz. Yes, please. Okay. Stanley, I'll get back to you. Devi, yes. Go ahead, please, with your introduction.
Yeah, I'm David Kafautamva.
Right.
from Malawi.
Okay.
Yeah. I ventured into this. I wanted to learn this entrepreneurship because I want to expand the knowledge of how I can run a business.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then Stanley. Stanley. Oh, it is. I have disabled the mic. Just bear with me. Allow mic. Yes, Stanley.
Okay. Thank you so much, Professor. I am Sakara Stanley from Zambia.
Okay.
I'm very much interested to join this particular training in order to sharpen my skills and gain knowledge on how I can equally teach the young ones, the youths, and the women on how to go to do business. I have already have a group of women and youths that I'm coaching that are into training, that I'm mentoring them to do some business, as well as being coming from the teaching fraternity. I'm into education as a teacher, so I can also integrate. How can I integrate these skills as I teach my learners in schools, so that education is not about just learning of facts, but even how to apply them in rural situations, so that they are able to generate income themselves rather than waiting somebody to give them cash. Thank you.
Right. That was nice. And it is entrepreneurial come philanthropic aspect also. That's great. A call.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Professor. I'm by name Akol Dwala Akol from South Sudan. I work with Ministry of Energy and Dam, that is Electricity Department. I am an engineer by profession, and my interest in this entrepreneurship is I want to have my own business since I've been working for more than 12 years with the government. So I want to have these skills to help me developing my business, like having a opening up a company and everything. So I'm so much interested in this. Thank you.
Right. Okay. So from now onwards, we will try to, shorten the length of our introduction so that we would be able to fulfill the agenda of the meeting. Okay. Next is Edris. Edris. Okay. Alexander.
Okay. Good afternoon. Apologies. I just joined the meeting, so I'm not very sure what the current topic is.
Yeah. So
I
Edris,
delayed to join.
yeah, I'm asking that, your name. I mean, it's just a sort of introduction. And why have you joined this meeting? I mean, the purpose of joining it. Edris?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. So my name is Adris Anel, and I'm interested to join the meeting on the principle that entrepreneurship, I think, is the future to anyone that is interested to be either at personal level, financially stable, or indeed wish to make a difference in other people's life. Even at, for instance, at employment level, I think in as much as we might think we are doing professional work, but to a large extent, we are actually somehow delivering those services or goods because we want to create revenue in one way or the other. So I think entrepreneurship for me opens up a window where we can think outside the box and expand those fronts of revenue generation or indeed being more innovative. Thank you.
Right. Next, Billy. Billy. Okay, Birungi.
Yes, hello. Good evening. Hope I'm audible.
Yes, you are Billy. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm Drunj Dayas from Uganda, and personally, I'm an entrepreneur, but I like upskilling, learning more about entrepreneurship. For it's very wide, so it's my passion to always utilize such sessions so that I can learn more about entrepreneurship. I already
Okay.
have a business. I already have a business, a detergent manufacturing business, so I wish to learn more about entrepreneurship. Thank you.
Right. Okay. Birungi.
Yes, please.
Yes, could you please introduce yourself?
Uh, I said from Uganda,
Hmm.
and I joined this entrepreneurship session because it's my passion to always learn more about entrepreneurship because it is very wide. I believe that I'm going to learn a lot of things in this session to apply in the business that I have at the moment. I have a detergent manufacturing business and I wish to learn more about entrepreneurship and how to upscale it. Thank you.
Okay. Billy, I'll get back to you. Catherine. Catherine.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, you have recently joined. I would like you to introduce yourself and tell us, in a short line or, a few sentences that why do you think that this class is going to be important for you?
Oh, okay. All right. So, Catherine, I'm from Malawi.
Okay.
I'm also an entrepreneur. I own an online gift shop, and also I'm an customer experience consultant. So both of them, they're my own companies. So I do believe like this training might put some insights which maybe I might not know or probably improve. So that's why I joined.
Right. Okay. That's awesome. You can share your online gift shop link with all of us. We can have a look.
Sure. All right, thank you.
Yeah. Chilombo? Chilombo? Clement? Trial?
Hello?
Yes, Frank?
Yes. Yeah, my name is Frank Kimanga. I'm from Malawi, Lilongwe.
Okay.
Yeah, my profession is I'm an auditor. I have decided to join this entrepreneurship training because of two things. One, being an auditor, I do analyze different disciplines of business. Yes, of course, I do audit government agencies, but that in the form of disciplines. So I believe this training, the knowledge which I will gather from this training, will help me to do well my job and analyze the data which I gather. And
Okay.
the second one also on top of this is that since I'm aging, and very soon I'll be retiring. Hence, I have inside of me ideas which I wish I should put into real operating the field in terms of business. So the knowledge which I'm going to gather to acquire from this training will help me to come up maybe with a workable business plan and have a good business.
Right. Okay. Thank you. And Fraha? Okay. Coodwell? Ibrahim
Hello.
Lezico? Oh, yeah, Goodwill. We can hear you.
Yeah, good afternoon. All.
Yeah,
I'm
I
good well,
just
Chidima.
want to find.
Is it Frank or Frank? We
Good
are
well.
done with you, right? Okay,
Yes, I've
Goodwill.
done.
Okay, please go ahead, Goodwill.
Yeah, I'm good well, Chidima from Malawi,
Okay.
and I'm a student. I'm a student in a certain university. I'm
Okay.
eager to participate in this training so that I will get knowledge and skills. I want to learn my own business. Also, I should have knowledge so that I can impart knowledge to use in my society to develop this nation.
Right. So
That's
you
all
want
what.
to be. Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah, I want to learn my own business and also to have knowledge so that I can impart the knowledge to use in my society to
Right.
develop
So
the nation.
you want to be a social entrepreneur.
Sorry?
You want to be a social entrepreneur.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Thank you. Ibrahim?
Yes, I just want to find out, or just have want to find out one or two things. Is there anything which you provide like modules for this like slow learners? And for how long is this course going to be? To
So it
be,
is
to be,
of.
to,
So today we have seminar and it is going to be for 3 hours and we'll see if we can extend it. But yes, at the moment, this is an introductory session where we are asking, we are getting to introduce each other. So introduce ourselves to each other. So could you please introduce yourself? Ibrahim?
I did my introduction at first.
Oh, was it the case? I'm sorry about that. Maybe okay. Thank you. John?
Yes, please. Thank you. I'm John from Uganda, a
Okay.
student from Lighthouse Leadership University, Nigeria.
Right.
Actually, a seminarian. A seminarian. I'm grateful to be part of this training simply because I know being an entrepreneur, uh, actually, I can say everyone is an entrepreneur, but now what kind of skill do you have to develop or to progress your entrepreneurship skills? So I'm intending to get this training so that I am able to, whenever I want to do a good business, so I should have these skills so that it is done in a proper way, not because others are doing it and I have to do a business. No, I should first know the rightful skills. Briefly, that is what I can say as for now. Thank you.
Right. Okay. Then we have Joseph. John, we are done with you?
Yes.
Yes, recently. Okay, Joseph, Canis?
I'm Joseph Isaiah
Yeah,
from Malawi, I'm Joseph Isaiah.
right.
Hello?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, I'm
Yes.
Joseph Isaiah here in Blantyre, Malawi. I have
Okay.
joined this entrepreneur. I'm Joseph Isaiah here in Malawi. I'm joining this program just because I want to gain knowledge and experience about the small scale business. Although I have my own scale business, so I just want to raise up. I just want to know how we can raise up my business so that I can go further into different from other businesses. So much. Thank you.
Right. Okay. Now, Billy and Ibrahim, you have raised your hands. Is there anything you want to say? So, shall we move ahead? Okay. So, this is entrepreneurship skills training. Let me tell you that let me tell you about the agenda of the meeting, the seminar. So, firstly, we are going to start with the entrepreneur, like the keyword. What do you mean by an entrepreneur? Which you must have known, and maybe I can give you a different perspective. So, we will see it from the different perspectives that who can be an entrepreneur. Then we have what is an entrepreneurship. Then we will talk about skills. Then we will talk about the skills of an entrepreneur, which is the main thing for which you're here for. And then we will, try to come up with some of the case studies. We'll discuss them. I'll give you some time to go through those case studies. And then I'll ask you a few questions out of them so that we have this interactive session, and I'll be able to see that how much observational skills you are having for that particular scenario. And then at the last, I'll tell you some very important tools which you can use as an entrepreneur in your organization, or if you want to be you want to aspire to be an entrepreneur, then you can use those resources. So let's get started. So if we say who is an entrepreneur, some of you have mentioned this in your introduction. Just bear with me. So those points which we have covered so far, does anybody has any other point to raise that, this is the unique point I want to raise to define an entrepreneur? Anybody? Okay. See, firstly, this entrepreneur, this word has been taken from a French word, okay, emprunter. Now, when we say what does it mean, it means you are someone who is motivated to achieve and produce, okay, who is motivated to achieve and produce. Now, we are having this in sort of business form, economic form. So, the achievement is the mission, goal, and vision of the company, of the business. And the production is the output which we are expecting, like doing better from yesterday. Every single time, initially our competition is with ourselves only. So we have to see whether we are doing better than yesterday. So you have to keep yourself motivated. So this is the quality of any leader. Then you have to motivate yourself, and then you should be in the position to motivate others in your team. Okay, so that means you should have that high energy level, a vision to do something out of the ordinary. So when what is the difference between a businessman and entrepreneur? So businessman can be an investor only. I mean, can be, it might be the case that he is an or she is an entrepreneur come businessman. So businessman is somebody who is dealing with business or in business. But when we say entrepreneur, that means you are having an idea, a vision. Now you are starting from the scratch. You are the only person in your team at the moment, and you don't know that this idea, you have to take the risk. You don't, it might be the case that you don't have even investment, and you want to persuade those people who can invest in you, be it with their time, money, the support, that motivation, whatever it is. So in the initial days, in the starting days, when you set up a business as an entrepreneur, when you have a vision and you are trying to make this vision common for all of your team members by your persuasive, your communication skills, all those skills which we are going to look at. So what I'm saying, when you're at very starting level, what do you want is that with the least investment you can get much out of it. Now how can you do so? In the starting days, what an entrepreneur does, he wants to or she wants to know everything. If he's communicating with the client, then he or she would act as a salesperson. That means sales quality should be there, that those persuasion, communication skills, and that that personality of a person that somebody wants to talk with. So these things. Then you have, maybe you should know the accountancy rules also, because you don't want to invest and you cannot trust in the initial days, you cannot trust anybody. So you don't want to hire because you want to save money, and you neither want to share this with anybody because you don't trust. So the last option which is left for you is to know those skills, the accountancy, the financial skills, because the things which you want to be your way, you should initiate them. You should set the standards, and then everybody else will follow. Now, you should not be that rigid that whatever standards I have set up, let's stick to them. If anybody else who has got better plans than you, please welcome them on board. And that should be your, that will be considered in your dealing, the negotiation skills, where you will see that if you are taking up anybody on board, you would tell them that this is what I'm offering you, and in return, I want this, I'm expecting this from you. So, can you see, when you are an entrepreneur, you have a vision, that idea which you want to be true, to get true, like to get into reality, and that is unique, different. And for that, you need to find out the problem. You know, from the scratch, you cannot be an entrepreneur from the place where the competition is so high. You should find the place where you as a pioneer can survive. And how can you do so? We will see. So initially you will see, you are having a vision, you are ready to take any risk, like whichever you can consider. You cannot say that I'm ready to take 80% risk, 70% risk. We have risk analysis, and from the scratch, if you are doing it, please make sure you have smart goals. Smart means specific, S stands for specific, M for measurable, which can be measured. And then we have A, where you have some attributes which you want to fulfill. That though that goal has to be achievable. Okay. R means realistic and T means timeline, time bound. You have to see all of these factors. So when you are ready to take risk, make sure you are realistic and those things are achievable. You should be, as an entrepreneur, you should be committed. It's not that, that person cannot be an entrepreneur who is afraid of failure and who is like, it is today's task. He has or she has made to-do list and then he or she is procrastinating that let's do it tomorrow. No. If you see in India, Infosys founder Narayan Murthy, recently, we have in this corporate world 9 a.m. till 5 p.m. job. That means how many hours? 8 to 9 hours. But now Infosys founder has said recently that India's youth, if we want to compete with the global economy, the big economies, then India's youth should work 12 hours, 14 hours per day. Now this has sparked really a row because some people are not ready. It is like they are finding it a labor work. But when you compare the CEOs, the entrepreneurs who has this vision, this is their idea which they want to be successful. It is not your team's idea. They would definitely be shirking with work, but it is you who have to bring them on track. And how can you do so? When you become the role model for your team, you don't leave the office early. You should set up that commitment and determination that your team has to follow, that perseverance, that if we have set up the deadline today, then it has to be finished beforehand. So all these qualities are there in an entrepreneur. Then we have that entrepreneur, he or she is not afraid to get failed. We all learn from the mistakes, you see. If we are not ready to make mistakes, to not to take any step, then how can we fulfill that vision which is far away? When we have set up this business, or when we set up this business, in the first year, profit is very, very far away. It is when we talk and we say that this is our target, it is a long way to achieve. Even then, people work hard and they see positivity in every aspect. Oh, we have hired digital marketer. Now our sales, we have some chances to get some orders through online platforms. They have not achieved it yet. They have not got any order yet, but uh, they are very positive. They have this growth mindset that yes, if we have taken a step, this can be successful. Now they don't keep false hopes either. They are ready to learn from mistakes. If you are saying, let's go with SEO, search engine optimization, and you are, paying for your advertisements, your traffic on the website, your website firstly, you are investing in it, then there might be the case that your layout, the design is not, people are not, customers are not interested in that. So if they put the feedback, negative feedback, some people think, oh my god, this is the first client and it has put, this person has put this on the Google review, on the Google page, everybody would see it. But you know how entrepreneur works? Even with that negative feedback, they have that guts that they write on that negative feedback a reply that sorry for your inconvenience. From now onwards, we would like you to have this opportunity again, or please try our product again, or we would definitely incorporate your feedback. So this is how You should consider, you should try to convert the negativity into positivity. And you should learn not only from your mistakes, but go through all those case studies, your competitors' website, your competitive analysis, any suggestion or advice you are going to get from anybody, analyze it, whether it is good to incorporate or not, and learn from their failures also, your competitors' failures, your, anybody who is telling you a story. You can get a learning from those things. You should be confident and responsible. You can say that entrepreneur and confidence are synonymous. So you should have that confidence. And now don't think that I'm an introvert and I don't have that much confidence. I don't have leadership skills. So that means I cannot be an entrepreneur. No, there are people. See, you you are a person who has got vision. You will try to set up a path that this is my planning and let's go with this. But during the journey, you will feel that no, I'm not going in the right direction. So you can have some people on board in partnership form, maybe through franchisee or something like that. Some new innovative idea, some change in product life cycle, some change in, disruptive technological form through which you can get that breakthrough. Okay. And you don't need to show your weaknesses to people. And this is the skill which you have to learn, how to hide weaknesses in front of your client, how to be confident enough even after getting a setback. You have to be very responsible. As I told you that, this commitment, determination, perseverance, you have to be role model for your people. So responsibility is the key. As an entrepreneur, you have to be focused on one task. See, people say that be multitasker. Yes, you need to be, because at the initial stages, you are the one who has to check, who has to do review one, review two of the tasks which are happening. Like, let me see the audit file. Let me see, through Google Analytics, how that campaign is working, the social media campaign. So you are now a marketing guy also. You are strategizing also the operations whole supply chain, through which you have to decide whether you want to go on online mode, offline mode. Do you want any intermediary in between? Do you want to have the business in the form of exporting, licensing? There are various ways. Then what does it mean? Now you have to analyze also. That means you will become what? MIS expert, MIS, Management Information System. MIS can be anything which can give you the analysis, be it advanced Excel, where you make pivot tables and all. So whichever is helping you in managing things, that will become MIS. And we have many tools for it. So you have to learn. You cannot say that, okay, let's think that you are an entrepreneur and you are not in the position to have this big ERP system. ERP, that means enterprise resource planning, which makes it automatic. Automation brings into picture by this ERP, where everything, if customer orders something, it will show, uh, it will be shown on the platform, and then in the inventory or warehouse manager will see it. If we are running out of product, procurement manager, purchase manager can see it, that this is getting out of stock, let's refill the stock. So this is automation where one resource planner can tell us how to go with it. But at the initial stage, what you have to do, you have to learn all those skills. So my advice would be, these tools like ChatGPT, Bard, YouTube, These are your weapons. You should try learning the skills from them. Keep searching for those free tools or less where less investment is required, which can help you in managing things well. It is all about managing. You have vision. If you feel that that has a weightage, then only you go with this business thing. You want that to be fulfilled into or get turned into reality. So when you are doing things, focus on that task and give your 100%. Getting it done. These are the characteristics of an entrepreneur. Of course, you have to take initiatives. Then only people will follow you. Then what is there? You are taking initiative, just not just for showing off, but you are acting upon them. You are making things, that imaginary thing into reality. You're turning them up. And now please make sure there is, when we do hard work, hard work, hard work, that means we are just working and we are not checking this out, that what are the results we are having. Every fortnightly review, weekly review, daily review. Some people, they have this habit since their student life, that they keep this journal or diary entry, and at the end of the day they write that what have they done right and what they have done wrong. Wrong in the sense that, if they are supposed to finish these tasks, they could not be able to do, then what's the reason behind it and what they should avoid from tomorrow onwards. So these are the things which you also should follow. So when we do hard work, that means you are not analyzing things. And what's the difference between hard work and smart work? That in smart work, you are finding the shortcuts to fulfill the,
You know,
spell with me, to complete that task, but make sure you check the efficiency. Efficiency means the output which you are getting, is it proportionate to the input which you are giving? Okay. And make sure, see, we are humans, we make mistakes, and this business environment, it is not all in our hand. There are internal factors like our team, how much efficient our team is, then our operations, infrastructure. These are internal and these are in our control, internal factors. But there are certain external factors. For example, political factors. If there is any change in, let's say, taxation, the tariffs, and then, so if there is any change in political factors, we have to strategize the things accordingly. We have to keep checking, is there any other legal norm which is coming out in the market which we should, take care of. So failures can be from internal side or external side. Let's say we have hired a wrong person, that can disbalance our output, and we have liabilities to serve. How could we do that? Whose mic is on? Could you please switch off your mic? That is important to follow. Okay. So I was saying, whenever you set up a goal to fulfill, goal for the day, for the month, for the year, whatever it is, your long-term goals, short-term goals, whatever, please keep a hold on certain type of tolerance. Plus minus 5% failure can be adjusted. We can change this path to that path if this percentage of failure comes, and then learn from them so that you can avoid those mistakes, those failures in your future ventures. So are we clear with the characteristics and features of an entrepreneur?
Very clear.
Great.
Yes, we are.
Okay. If if we ask if we ask to ourselves that what is an entrepreneurship? So its answer is also hidden in the definition and characteristics of entrepreneur. I'm quoting two entrepreneurs, Shaw and Cheston. They say that entrepreneurship is a behavior. It can be shown by an individual or an organization where what we are doing, this is the behavior or the process where we are seeking to exploit market opportunities. Please make sure that you are not pretending this word or interpreting this word as a negative word. Exploit means to find out, to find out thoroughly. So we are trying to, if there is a room, if the room has capacity for 20 people and you are a shopkeeper, you're having a retail store, you definitely would like to have, as many people as you can. So you need to find out, is there any other place, that room for opportunity to occupy some more people? So this is how you need to seek, you need to find out the market opportunities which others have neglected, because those people are not entrepreneurs. You are an entrepreneur and you are having this entrepreneurship behavior where you need to find out what others have not found. That normal thing has to be made extraordinary by you. And how can you do it? By looking for the opportunities which others have missed out. So we can say a behavior which aims to exploit market opportunities so that they can find out the solution of that problem, the problem which they only have identified. That is entrepreneurship. Okay. Now, before going ahead with the skills of an entrepreneur, let's move on to this case study. Is it visible to everyone or should I increase the font size?
Increase it a little.
Okay.
Yeah, increase it. We are not able to see.
Okay.
It's too small. Yeah.
Is it fine now? Okay.
Not much. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so this is the case study for Adidas. Please have a read. I'm giving you 2 to 3 minutes. You have to think it in the perspective of an entrepreneur. What are the skills have been used here? Time starts now.
Hello?
Hello?
Are you audible? You are not audible. This fire.
So I have asked you to read this case study. Can you see my
Come,
screen?
come again?
Can you see my screen?
Yes, we're able to see.
Yes,
Yes.
we are able. You are viewable.
So I thought that you are reading the case study.
Oh, you ask us to go through the case study.
Yes.
All
Did you not?
right.
Okay. Just bear with me. Who have read, I was scrolling down. Who was with me? I mean, while reading the
I
case
have
study?
read.
We
I
are
have
reading
read.
it actually, so.
Okay.
Madam, we are reading.
Yeah,
We are
yeah.
continue reading.
Okay. So we
We
were
are
here.
going through it.
Okay.
Maybe for the sake of that person, we want to start it again.
Yeah. Let's let me just
No,
go
you
through
can
this.
continue. You can
No, but
continue for the sake of time.
it won't be necessary to start over again.
Yes. You have continue. You can continue.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. So this was the case study about Adidas. So I'm hoping that most of you have read this. Yes?
Yes, we have.
Okay. Now tell me,
Yes, we have.
firstly, tell me that this Eddie Dazzler, what sort of things he has done differently since the beginning, like from the idea to make it into reality and the journey in between these two. What different has he done, and what sort of quality you can say that he was was an entrepreneur? Yes, Pamela.
Thank you. So, from the word go, he listened to his target market. He listened to the athletes to find out what their main challenge was, what they were facing, before he could design as well as kept improving the shoe that he was making. So he listened to his target market and addressed their challenges.
Right. Okay, great. It was Catherine, right?
No, this is Pamela.
Okay, Pamela. Kathleen?
Just to add on what she said,
Yeah.
what he did was also to create value to his customers. So basically, the best of the best actually trusted his brand. So that also it's something which made him to differentiate himself from other competitors and made his brand more legitimate.
Right. Nice. Shipu?
I think he's maybe in addition to what the ladies have said, I think his research field was very intelligent, and he was informed by the results of his research to come up with it.
Right, right. Anybody else who wants to add anything?
Yeah, my name is Joseph Isaiah, here in
Yes.
Malawi, Blantyre.
Okay.
So this person was, before he starting for that business, he searched for market so that he can buy it for that product. So after searching for a marketplace, then he start product for that shoemaking.
Right.
Yeah.
Nice observation. Who wants to go next? Anything else which is left before I conclude everything? Yes, Catherine?
Sorry. Okay. I think.
Catherine, you have mute yourself.
Oh, sorry. Can you hear me?
Yeah, now.
Okay. So I think even just from the beginning, he used what he had. So he used his mother's basement, if I'm not mistaken. So he didn't
Yeah.
have to go all the way out. He used what he has to achieve his goal, at least to start what he had. So basically, he didn't care where exactly it had to start. It started from a small, humble place, and he just had that go-getter spirit and went for it.
Right. Beautiful, beautiful. So this was the point I was about to say. Anybody else who wants to bring into anything new, unique? Yes, Paul?
I think this man, first of all,
Paul,
before
your
starting
voice
the
is
business.
breaking. Paul, if you can put your mic away from your, there is some sound which is not letting us hear.
The way that
Yeah, wait.
can con- you can continue.
I can't hear. If you can write your answer, that would be great. I can't hear anything. Okay. So we will have a look at Paul's answer in chat box, but I would like to tell you this bit. See, he began with his mother's washroom, as Catherine said. So the things which he was having. And this was enough to have this idea. He began designing and cobbling shoes. Okay. But he did not want him to be considered as what others were already doing. There were plenty of shoemakers at that time. So what he did to stand out? He did the research, the market research, the consumer behavior research. How? He just, because he was very much sure that he want that sports shoe only for athlete. You can see here, sports shoe only. So he started gathering feedback that what was the weaknesses in the shoes which were existing, which they were already using, and he found out the pain points, and from there he got this opportunity to improve those pain points. Okay. And then you can see he registered, so that legal aspect also done. You want patent on your things. And then, so this was about the thing. Here they have secret to success. He met with athletes. That means initiative. He listened. That means listening skill. He observed what can be improved. That those research skills, those entrepreneurial skills where you find opportunity. You are serving your client by fulfilling the needs, by identifying the problem and giving them the unique solution. So, if we come back to the skills of an entrepreneur, an entrepreneur should have all these skills. Every literal thing which you want your team should have, those should come in you, should be found in you first. Entrepreneurship skills are essential so that you can position yourself as an entrepreneur. You can define, you can identify opportunities, make effective decisions, and turn those ideas which you have into reality by overcoming challenges. You have, maybe you might be having restriction of resources, but still you should know how to properly allocate them to achieve your goals and to succeed. So can't it be you have found out everything? Business management skills. What are business management skills? You have seen in this case study as well that as an entrepreneur, you should effectively plan, organize, direct, control the resources of the organization. Okay. And if you have these business management skills, that means you know how to plan, how to organize. If you don't know, you should learn how to control things, how to mold things according to your way. Then these skills can build credibility, can improve efficiency, all those things which we want to achieve. They can help you in managing risk, implement effective strategies, and create a positive culture. So what are these business management skills? Of course, to be a business manager, you should be a leader first. Then only people, there is a difference between boss and leader. Boss, just, if you have a problem, boss will ask you why this work has not been completed yet. And leader will tell you, because that person as a leader will put himself or herself into your shoes and will be empathize with you and will tell you the solution, not direct solution, but the options which you can choose to open up the perspective you are having. So those leadership skills are required to be a business manager, good manager. Strategic thinking, start solving some puzzles, some case studies, so as you can have that strategic and logical thinking. You should know each and every business aspect, at least the things which a general manager should know. If you don't have expertise in taxation, auditing, it's fine, but at least you should know. If a person, an auditor, is telling you that these are fixed assets, this is a liability, these are this is current bank statement, so you should know the terminologies to better understand what you should do. And you should not be naive enough to understand these terminologies, not to understand those. So and business management brings us to second point also, communication and listening. Management, how can you how can you manage things without communication? If you want to say something and it get miscommunicated, it is very difficult. Just like Chinese whispers game, which we play usually in the corporate world, just to tell people that in the trainings we tell everybody, let's play Chinese whispers. And one person, there is a queue of people, one person does some actions and everybody else has to repeat. And till the last person, you will see that the action was totally changed, which is what we say, whispers, Chinese whispers, which cannot be trusted, which are miscommunicated. So communication skills allow you to express your thoughts, ideas, and feelings. Ultimately, you are having a thought, you have an idea, and you should know how to communicate it. If you are telling your, let's say, investors, angel investors, or equity based people, you are asking for the investment. But you should convince people that yes, it is a profitable thing. And if you contribute, if you invest in us, we'll definitely give you return on investment. So those ideas have to be communicated well. So in communication and listening, many skills can be included. For example, you have to be an active listener. I always say this, that why the, whoever you believe in, so that God has given us 2 ears and one mouth so as to hear more and speak less. Because many times, if you want to crack the deal, if you want those negotiation skills, you will see after listening and observing that client, you will find the loophole which will help you to crack that deal. So make sure you are an active listener. Listen very properly. You have emotional control. Your emotions should not be, there is no harm in being an emotional person, but to be honest, emotions and business are two different poles which can, very, very far, two edges of rivers which cannot be met. But we should not say, because emotional quotient and intelligence is also one key aspect which we should have for our customers, for our people in the team. But you should control your emotions. Those should not be, those should not control you. You should control them. And then in communication, we have written, non-verbal communication. For written communication, you should know how to use these AI tools like Chat GPT and all, which will help you in writing great reports. If you are, if, and then you need to learn the prompt engineering, how to give prompt to Chat GPT, to Bard, to Bing, tools like this, like these, so that these will give you desired results. You have to chat them in a proper way, chat with them in a proper way, and they'll help you in writing and drafting things, reports, emails, in a very required tone, the professional tone. You can take the help of this, and always don't forget to proofread. It's not that copy and pasting. Sometimes you will see people, when do assignments or do report writing, whatever, they just copy and paste. And you can see formatting has not been done, and you can see that this has been taken from Chat GPT. No, this can kill the impact. So don't do this. Be a creative and critical thinker. Okay. Critical means always be an unbiased person and see the things from different perspectives. As we know, whether we are doing the particular thing or others are doing, every single thing in this world has positive pros and cons, negatives. So you should be able to find out, critically think about it. That means find out the positives and negatives of everything. This deal is very attractive. Why it is attractive enough? Why others are not giving us same bit which these people are doing? Then you can use your creativity, that okay, I should also put this clause in my negotiation, which will help. Okay. Then what we have is strategic thinking. So when we say critical and creative thinking skills, they cover a lot. Like, you need to do analysis. For example, if you want to invest in a particular company as an entrepreneur, or if you want to acquire or merge your company into some company, you should analyze last 5 years report, so on so forth. That analysis, and that's why business analysts are required. And though if you are not in the position to hire them, you should know the tools which can do analysis for you, like Google Analytics, SEO, Rush, SEMrush. Some tools are there, some websites. Oops, what was that? It was okay. So analysis and then brainstorming, very important. See, okay, I'm an entrepreneur. I'm only one person. I have one mind. Even if I have studied, so many case studies, still sometimes we are stuck to find out the solution of a particular problem. Then what should we do? We should brainstorm. Get so many brains, in one frame, and ask them, if you were there, what you would do. Give them, it was like the case study of, who is the founder of Twitter? Elon Musk, yes. So Twitter is now X, but anyways, Elon Musk, he used to do this with his team. So at the beginning, he used to give the names. He used to ask different ideas for the day to do a particular work from different people, and then they used to come up with fantastic ideas to do the things with smart work with high efficiency. So brainstorming is required. If you cannot, sometimes your brain gets stuck, and even if you are working, your brain is working fine, you have a brilliant idea, what's the harm in asking people about their ideas? It might be the case that someone has got better idea, but sometimes ego clashes are there. So as an entrepreneur, you should not keep this enviousness and all those negative energies things. You should learn from everybody, should be a credit giver. These things matter, and then you are valued for the work which you are doing. Okay, visualization is very important. We have many tools. Whenever you have any idea, try to write it, and then it is sort of a meditational activity where you start with the idea in your brain, and you will go to various departments, how you will make it into reality. You will start thinking about pros and cons. If you go to that client, if you have a meeting, just visualize it. What can be done, what the worst can be done, what the best can be done, and find the way, middle way out of those things. Start visualizing things, and it is not, you are not living in the dream world, but by visualizing things, your creativity can be enhanced, and you'll be able to get the answer from within. Then evaluation and research, just like Adidas, we just saw that how much evaluation and research skills are required. Oh, how can we, everybody is having shoes, then what's the difference if I want to launch a new brand? Then what's the difference? How can I say, if someone asks me, this is the unique selling point, my brand is different, what's the difference? So you need to think about all of these. If even if if you have got an idea, even if you have not launched it, just think about the things, that if I would go to some investor, what what questions can I be asked, and then what would be the answers of those questions. So these things can help you in going ahead. Now, if you want to survive in the world, in the business world, you need to have those skills, where you have to compete with your competitors, not negatively but positively, by showing your potential, your products, features, your USP to the world, to the consumers. Okay, so in that, competitive analysis is required, where you must have heard about SWOT analysis. SWOT, SWOT. S means strengths, W weaknesses, O opportunities, and T threats. So there you require these things, right? Uh, these are these all are covered in critical and creative thinking skills, right? Then we have strategic thinking. Though this strategic thinking, if you want to combine with critical and creative, you can do, because it also have, you have to one step ahead you have to go. Like you have to make strategies based on your observations, analysis, evaluation. Okay, so when you do strategic thinking, that means you are paying attention to detail. You are, because now brainstorming is done. So you have chosen one perfect idea, which is perfect according to you. Rest time will tell. But you have to be assertive that now I'm going with it. How much time do you want to give for thinking? When will you do implementation? So you should figure out 20% of my time or 40% of my time will go in planning, then 40% in implementing, and then 20% in review. And this might change from business to business. So need to figure out. You can plan things and make sure you know this bit, that planning is flexible. You do planning just like waterfall model. In waterfall model, what traditional marketers or people used to do, they plan the things, and then after implementation, after launching of product, everybody is using, they are getting feedback from different people, and then they are thinking, oh, our plan did not work, this plan was a failure. But here in agile model, AGILE, just for the clarity of pronunciation, agile methodology is what? Where we plan, and that plan is not rigid. We plan for the day, and at the end of the day we review, we see the things from the scratch. This was done right, this was not that well, so we have to change this thing. And then we, during the course of implementation also, we change the plannings, we change the things which are not working. So we are continuously reviewing, evaluating, analyzing. So when you do strategic thinking, you have to be assertive enough to stick to one thing. Then you have to be flexible also, so that you can add on planning. Some people are in your team can say, what is this? I cannot be a change manager every now and then. Now you are saying this to change the things. Then you will say this if this would not work. No, you have to persuade. Because of your strategic thinking, you should have that scope for change management also. If things are not working, we cannot stick by it that it was asked or told. So this has to be repeated, and this we have to be assertive about it. It should be the combination of assertiveness and flexibility. Okay, now before going ahead with all of the rest of the skills, may I know, is everybody all here? Are we on the same page, or do you have any doubt so far?
We are following.
Great, great. Okay, now it's time for the next case study. Let me repeat myself. You have to read this case study for 2 minutes. This is Whitney Wolf heard of Bumble. Bumble is a dating app. Just have a look at it, and then I'll ask you a question. Just bear with me. There is somebody who is waiting in the lobby. No? Okay. Your time starts now. Are you done?
Yes, we are.
Okay.
Yes.
So, what strategy did you feel in this case study that worked, that made this brand stand out? So let's begin with Bruno. Should I go with those who want to raise their hands? Okay, please go ahead. Please raise your hands who wants to go first.
Yes, I think she used her own personal work experience to come up with her business model, and that assisted her to be unique
Right.
from the
Okay.
others.
Okay, the personal experience made her unique, the brand unique. Who else wants to go next? Nobody? Okay. See, though it is quite easy one, but here you can see that because it has something to deal with the relations, the emotional aspect of people. So she found out that what was wrong with the existing apps. And that's why she she reached out to legal aspect where it was. So she became the advocate for equality and prevention of harassment because she saw that it was happening in other attending other apps. So there she found this USP. So this is how you can differentiate your product and brand. Now see, who could have thought of that this sort of things can also, work? And people, we have in India, what is it called, matrimony, where people can find a right match based on education and everything. Now there are so many apps already, but still these people are growing. So you can see, you don't need to have, very fresh idea. Just like a research, if you want to publish a research paper, you don't need to start from the scratch that, let's do a NASA sort of research and then only my research publication will be accepted. You have to just find out. If you don't have any fresh idea, go ahead in the market. First of all, search that on Google or Chat GPT, that what are the trending businesses, trending profitable businesses. You will find the trade. Okay, you will find, and you can, integrate this Google AI also, which can give you the hint. So they are saying that these are the drop shipping, catering business, graphic designing, these are the businesses. Now you go one by one, like drop shipping. Search for the case studies in that particular business field and see till where people have found out their ways. Like, is there any lacking where you can fill the gap? Is there something, because everybody is doing it? For example, drop shipping is very famous. Alibaba and Shopify are very famous apps in that. So what different you can do? And for that, start brainstorming. If you want to have any partner for it, just go for it. But you cannot, it is not necessary that you have to have this idea from the scratch. List down all those interested areas. Those areas which are fascinating to you, which you think, first of all, go with your personal experience. Is there anything which you are finding? For example, if you are living in that area where transportation is not good, is there anything which you can do to facilitate the transportation? If education sector is not thriving well in your area, so try to find out the problem which your people or people like you are facing. So from there, you will go ahead and make a funnel sort of thing where broader categories at the top, and later on, slowly and gradually, you are getting into the right idea. And that also will not be fixed, that this is the final version. Whenever this is your goal, that you want to do something in your education field, and then you will talk to those people who have faced certain problems or who are already there, you know, have set up successful businesses. Talk to them, read about them, and find out the loopholes, the recommendations which they have suggested. For example, chat gpt, when this came, it was, it has blown the minds. Now everybody, you can see Google, LinkedIn, they are also having AI apps integration. We have Chrome extension. We are getting every now and then something. For example, let me show you this bit. I have shared with you this research paper. Okay. Now there is, can you see these extensions on my tab, this bar? Here, one tool is SciSpace. When I click on SciSpace, because I have already added this, you can note down this tool, SciSpace. Very important, very beautiful tool. It can help you uh, in making your reports, assignments. See, this research paper. How many pages are here in this research paper? 151, right? 152. I have clicked on SciSpace, or you can go to SciSpace directly from Google. When you click on SciSpace, this will give you the AI chatbot of Copilot. It will ask you, what do you want this tool to do? You can say, you can order anything. He has also suggested you some of the points. For example, just bear with me. So for example, you want to summarize the introduction. You want it to be, you want it to summarize your, maybe, let's see what can be summarized. So in research paper, you have abstract. So it is showing abstract, summarizing abstract in 2 lines. So see, this is the chatbot and it will do it for you. That this is the paper, and this paper is telling us about the competency before, during, and after business failure. Study has pointed out that prior to business failure, skills emerge as a form of personal professional development. Can you see it? You can read so many papers and it is time efficient. And I have checked it. It is very, what is it called? Accurate also. You can create a literature review out of it. So this is how you can use these tools to, maybe if there is a business report and you want that business, it is, 2000 pages long. You can ask this Copilot to summarize it for you. In fact, you can go to SciSpace here, and then you can ask it, what do you want the paper on? For example, you want to know about entrepreneurial skills. What has happened? Entrepreneurial skills. Search. So it will give you the top 10 papers and its abstract, top 5 papers and its insight. That entrepreneurial skills are crucial, and they can be developed through entrepreneurial education, so on and so forth. And later on, you can find out different papers which you can click and go to read about them in detail. And their summary is given here. Entrepreneurial skills are crucial for SMEs. Study found this and that. Okay, you can add it to your Google Chrome extension also. Are you clear with its function? Yes?
Yes.
Yes.
So great. So this is important. Why I was telling you this bit? What has happened here? Hmm. So you have to find out the gap. So for that, you need to do research, the prior research, the prerequisite, which can tell you that things are done this much or so far this has been done. And now you have to start from here. You have to collect the information. You can do your research. You can ask your friends to do it, your partners to do it, and then you can summarize those things. And then this is through brainstorming, strategizing, you can come up with the idea. Okay. Then I would like you to see this another tool. I have already told some of you about this tool. How many of you know about it, Trello?
About the Kiro?
About Trello, Trello, Trello. Please raise your hands.
This is a new.
Okay. All right. See, if you want, this is your new business and you don't want to invest things on any ERP. So you can have for small teams this online tool. Here, you can use a template. When you go to Trello.com, it will take you to a template. Now it has asked you, given you the hint that what you can do. You can create a card like this. For example, project resources. You can have a card like questions for next meeting. You can have to-do list, pending list, blocked list, and so on so forth. Done list. When was it done? So if you want to have this management tool, you can click on create board. You can choose the template, background. You can name it, for example, your business online zeal, anything. Then you can choose the visibility. For example, if you want it to be publicly acceptable, like anybody can see it. No, you don't want it. Then you can have workspace that is all of your departments, be it purchase, whoever is being added here can see it. Then private, only one department can see it. Okay. So create. This is my Trello. How cool is it? Okay. Now you can create a card. Let me have my to-do list here. I can have another card where I'll be having doing, then done, maybe agenda of meetings, and so on so forth. Okay. Then in to do, I'm adding a card. Just say if I have to do things like meeting with the team, my next task would be allocation of tasks. Next task may be research, and so on and so forth. Then I'm clicking on meeting with the team to have this form. You will see this interface. Now how it can help you in managing your teams. First of all, just like WhatsApp, you can add your members in this group. I'm adding myself. You can add some more people. You can see here I'm added. Now, labels. What sort of label do you want to give? For example, this is, I'm giving it blue, and for blue, I'm saying that it is the most important. That means priority. People should see the blue color and should feel like it has to be done immediately. So I have labeled it. Okay. Now, what is next? The checklist I can have. So in checklist, I'm saying this is meeting with team. Now, what can we have? Maybe induction. Then we have in induction, what can we have? Orientation, SOPs. So if I'm assigning it to someone, see here, I can give the deadline. I can assign this task to someone. For that, I need to start free trial. Okay. If that person will do his or her work, he can click on orientation. Done. So it can show that 50% of work has been done by that person. Okay. You can add detail that see you at 9:30 a.m. or p.m. tomorrow, for example. And you can add those people who can see it. You can write at those people for whom you have written this message. Then you can also mark the deadline that the due date for this is this. And then you can set up the reminder also. You can have, just like Google Drive, you can paste the link which people can see on the one interface, on the single interface. You can have different cover pages. So this is how those people to whom this task is assigned can see it. Now, once they start doing it, they can drag and drop it to doing section. And you can see all of those who have been added on this workspace template. They can see that, okay, this task has been taken up. And as the deadline reaches, they can this task can be shifted to done. Can you see? Do you find it effective?
Very nice. We
Yes, it
just need
does.
to
It
understand.
does look very effective. Is it free?
Yes, it is free up to 5 or 10 workspaces. Right? So for small teams, it is free. And then if you have, large businesses, large team, you can obviously will be having money by then and you can buy it, right?
Is it possible to share the link?
Certainly. Um, so I'm sharing it here. I'm also pasting it in the references section.
Wonderful.
Okay.
Why don't I have access to SMSs?
To this chat. Can't you open it?
I can't see the icon for SMSs.
Yeah, same. There's no chat.
Even me, I can't see.
Because, yeah, I think because I have made it, just bear with me. People were surpassing, someone has muted me, and just to avoid those practices, I have changed this meeting option to only organizers. And let me see, for chat. Question and answers. Let me open it. Now see, are you able to put the comment?
I can see question and answer, but I'm not too sure if that's why you've put the link.
A question and answer. Okay. You are on that team. Just bear with me. So, are you guys on this team thing, entrepreneurial skills training? You are added, right? You all?
Yes, on the
Yeah.
WhatsApp.
Okay. So here in the file section, I'll upload this study material, this resource. And then here at the last section, you will find the link. Would that be fine?
Where are you going to add it?
Yes, I have added.
On the final slide.
Yeah, final slide. Okay.
Or
I don't think I
Yes,
don't
Fran?
think I have access. I don't think I have access to entrepreneur.
Okay. Okay.
Oh yes, madam.
Yeah.
Why not? If you use the emails, send on email.
On email. Okay, do one thing. If you can jot down Trello.com. It's as simple as that. Trello.com. This bit. Let me highlight
Zero.
it. This bit.
Oh,
Trello.
Trello.
Trello.com.
Yeah, .com.
Yeah.
What was that?
Done?
Yeah, Trello.com. I will do.
Yes. Now let's move on to the next. I mean, you will say this is something wow. I mean, this is what I felt when I used it. Okay. Can you see this website? Now I'm showing you one thing, which is how to extract the data from any website for your competitive analysis. For example, sometimes have you ever wondered that, you know, I want to set up the price of this particular product which I want to launch, and this is very first time for me. So I need to see it. I'm afraid if I've put this, price very, far away. I mean, beyond the customer's affordability and expectations. Right. So if you have to compare the prices, if you have to compare the prices of yours and your competitor, then you can have this Excel. Now, this is the website. This is a German company. They sell all those outdoor activities products. I just found this, random. This is not a sponsored one, so don't worry. Now, what I want, I am going to bags and cases section, maybe clothing and shoes. I'm also dealing in clothing and shoes, so I want to see what's my competitors selling and at what prices. So you can see at the moment it is loading, I guess. So I want to have, okay, this being loaded. I want to see that this, what's its name? Browning men's polo team t-shirt. This is of rupees, Indian rupees 4,480. Now, can you see this data scraper here? Instant data scraper. I am clicking on it. It has pages scrapped 1, rows collected 12. So it has enlisted 12 items here already, which is Browning Men's thing, their catalogs link. I am doing infinite scroll. So till the bottom, he has done 36 rows, 3 pages. It is still doing it. So 3 pages scrapped, 48 rows. I'm downloading the Excel file, maybe CSV or Excel, whatever. It's downloaded. Now see what is it showing. It has some problem with
It's
the
clear.
Do you want us to try to recover as much as yes. Now see, this is my data, which is scrapped. What I'll do, if I want to show it to my manager, I can have these links also, but at the moment I don't want these links. I just want the information, which is the product name, the price label. No, I don't want it. The price, whether it is in stock or out of stock. So for out of stock, we don't have price, so we can remove this also. So can you see? Now I can use VLOOKUP if you know the Excel. If I am also dealing with same t-shirt, I can have prices here and then easy comparison can take place. And I can rename this sheet for my competitor's name, that is Keyboard's data. Then I can have another competitor and its data also can be scraped. Can you see what the data is given here? The name, the price. If some else website would be having anything else, then this data scraper will scrap that also. For example, let's go to Hamleys. This is a toy factory. Let's do the data scraping. So it is showing that it has given the shop by age category. All the categories have been enlisted. Then the link. Then what is here? We will only keep that information which is required for us. This is the name of the product. Because on this page, pricing is not given, so they have not capped it. Let's try something else. Let's click on Spider-Man. So all those toys which are related with Spider-Man, they are here. Now, because I'm in India, so it is showing Indian rupees. Let's do data scraping. If I'm a toy manufacturer, I want to compete the price. You can see the pricing, 244, and this is the currency and the name. I can have infinite scroll. That means the whole page. It is only showing 24 rows at the moment. See, 24. But I want this to, if there are some more rows on this page, then do infinite scrolling. So till bottom we have how many? It is still doing it. It has not shown me stop scrolling. Stop scrolling. It is still doing it. See, rows collected 120. 2 pages so far, and it is still doing it. If you want, you can stop it also. 168 rows collected. Let's stop it and let's download CSV file this time. Can you see? I don't want this and this. So I'm deleting these 2 columns. So you have understood that how can we these are the links. If you don't want to keep them, you can simply delete. Okay. And then you can keep the data which you need for yourself, for your analysis. For example, the type, the name of the product, and the pricing. And they have shown us how much a customer is saving on it. For example, there is Halloween sale. That's why it is showing this. And see, all these things are selected. So this is how you can get in within a fraction of second the data of any website along with the pricing and all those sort of things. Do you find it significant?
Yes, it is.
Great. So how can you download it or add it to your extension? You just type data scraper. And you can see the reliability chrome.google. So if you click on it, it will show you enormous, like endless apps related to this. So this is also one thing data scraper can do. See, one is data scraper and one is data miner. Both do same work. It's just the functionality which you should learn. And whenever you go to this Chrome web store, it will show you the guide how you can download it. So this video you can take as a, as an observer. You can also have it on your website. This type of video which can guide your customers to the way they want to. So I have told you about Trello, about data scraper, and then the third bit was is this Evernote. How many of you have known about this Evernote? Someone has raised their hand. Okay. So first of all, I would like to hear from you guys. Are we on the same page? Is there anybody who is feeling like no, frequency does not match, or what is happening in the class we are not able to figure out? Is there anybody? Please raise your hand.
Yeah,
Okay.
me. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Joseph?
Yeah. For this page, I don't understand what is happening. That's why I'm just silent.
Okay, so do you think, I mean, do you mean that the last thing which I explained was not clear to you?
Okay, according to this page, it's like where you are giving a link, well, from starting on a Trello.com. So it opens the page. So what the really exactly what's happening on that page?
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
See, first of all, why I am transitioning from theory to practical is because this is a seminar, and I want to tell you that if I'm telling you an entrepreneur should know, should be a multitasker, should know should know to do the things according to him or her way. So that brings us to management skills also. So if you are managing, if you want to manage things, if you want to do it all alone, that's fine. But if you want to take the help of technology, you can do so. And that's why I explained to you a few tools. Firstly, Trello, to add your team on it, and you can classify the task. You should not, you don't need to have one WhatsApp group, one Google Drive, one this and that. You can have everything on this place, on this template, and you can allocate the task. You can have different sort of cards here. You can create as many cards as you want. You can add as many members. I mean, there is a limit, but yes, you can add your team members here. You can give the checklist to them that this task they have to do on the priority basis, and everybody else who is added here can see it. So this gives us transparency, and everybody who is doing what can be visible. So on one platform, you can have this. Once it is done, you can take it, drag and drop it to another cards for which it is made. That you have, you know, introduced this space, this Trello space to your team members, that, I will upload the to-do list. I will upload the to-do list here, and then you guys can reach out to it, can drag and drop the tasks which are, which you are doing, which are done. And then this can help. Don't you think this can help in managing, Joseph?
Yeah, yeah, I understand what is happening. Yes, I can manage.
Yeah. And secondly, what I when I explained another tool, which was this bit, the data scraper, then I asked you to think yourself as an entrepreneur who is dealing with with children's toys, their dresses, their customized things, with which they can play. They can relate with their cartoons, just like Spider-Man and all. So now you also want to start up a business which deal in these sort of product range. Now you have idea that what do you want to produce, but now when it comes to marketing mix, that means when you want to set up the price, you want to see what your competitor is pricing it at, what your competitor is selling it at. So what you did, you can do competitive analysis using this tool, which is data scraper, instant data scraper. You can click on it, and it will all of, within a few fractions of second, can scrape all of your data, and will tell you that on this page of this website, these are the products which are mentioned, this is their pricing. Whichever data it is found, whichever data is found, it will note it down, and then you can download it and can use it for your competitive analysis as a marketer come in entrepreneur. Is it clear, Joseph?
Yeah, on that data. Hello?
Yes, data. Huh.
Yeah, yeah, on that data. Yeah, we can
Yeah.
choose. You can
Mhm.
choose anywhere you can want on that website. Yeah, because
Yes,
I'm
I got
yeah.
you. See, this is instant data scraper. So you can go to Google, you can type instant data scraper, and then it will ask you, once you click on it, you can have it, you can have it on chrome.google, and you can add here, add from Google, add to Google, because I have already added it here on the extension. So it is asking me to, if you want to remove, but you, if you see, I'm removing it. Now it is asking me to add to Chrome. See, I cannot see the icon. When I click on add to Chrome, add extension, and here it's done. Can you see it?
Yes, I'm seeing.
It is, yeah. If you don't find it here, because I have pinned these are very frequently used. You can go on this extension section and you will find all those extensions which you are using. So let me pin this instant data scraper. See, it is here.
All right.
All clear?
All right. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, let's move on to the next part, which is I was showing you
Sorry,
ever.
Professor. I've lost my screen. I can't see anything.
Uh, Pamela, is it with everybody? Can you see it?
No, I think it's just me. I can't
Okay.
see your screen.
Okay, do one thing
But I
if you
can see
can.
everyone.
Right. If you can exit and then, re-enter, you'll be able to.
All right. Let me try that.
Yeah. Okay. So we have talked about tools so much that can you see it now, Pamela?
Yes, I can see it now. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. So I was telling you about the skills an entrepreneur should have. So we have talked about strategic thinking. I explained to you those competitive analysis skills because analysis is required in critical and strategic thinking. Okay. Next is branding, marketing, networking skills. As the name suggests, obviously this is so obvious that these have to be there as an entrepreneur in you, because if people are telling you that your product is not that visible to them, you have to make your branding strong. Branding is that thing. If I am a consumer, I'm using your product, so whatever perception I'm having about your product, that is branding. Okay. And because you want to brand your product, you do marketing, evangelism, like word of mouth, those things through which your product can be showcased. And of course you have to make network. Today, you all professionals are here to have this seminar. It would be great if you can connect via LinkedIn also, so that we can share the insights throughout our careers. So make sure wherever you go, you make network through which you can gain something. If you feel that this person is worth networking, then do so. So branding marketing, today we know that this is competitive era. And for this competition, what do we require? branding, marketing, networking. Otherwise, if we want to have, if we want to have some sort of shoes, and we don't know, we really don't care, we are that sort of customers which who just think about the use, the fulfillment of need, I would not give it a damn to brand. But it is your responsibility as a retailer, as a marketer, as an entrepreneur, as a businessman, to brand your product so that people, those consumers, will become repetitive consumers for you, repetitive customers for you. Then only you will be able to fulfill that goal you want to. Where do you want to see yourself after 5 years? This is a very famous question. So you have to plan accordingly. So for that, what are your marketing strategies, brand strategies, networking? Some people are very creative. If you go to their website, you will find like you have come in heaven. How beautifully they have. And that's why when you design your website, don't just go blindfoldedly and ask that creator, those, that coder, that make a website and this is what we want. Do competitive analysis first. What the products, what the people who are dealing in your products doing, what sort of marketing, what sort of websites are they having. So for that, what you can do collaboration. You should have interpersonal skills for networking, of course. You should have creativity for marketing and branding. Some people, they organize an event, ask for some celebrities or famous people. This time, if you are finding that one person who is not selling the same product as you are selling, but he can be a good partner for you because he's selling some supplementary or complementary products. You can make a tie that if someone comes to you for asking for this product, you can send that person to me, and vice versa. I'll do it for you. So this sort of thing, you have to think, how can you build a brand for your product? Okay. Then we have skills at workplace. These are all those skills which are so much required, like time management, financial skills, sales, adaptability, problem solving, all those skills which, whenever you think about a business and you feel, those general skills which you should know. For example, if you are not good in mathematics, but anyways, you are going to buy something or the other, then you should know how much you are giving, how much money you are giving to the shopkeeper, how much you are getting back. Those common operations like subtraction, addition, you should know, right? Similarly, likewise, you should know all those skills, mixture of all those skills which are required to run a business. Those are entrepreneurial skills. Okay. Then teamwork and leadership, of course. This teamwork and leadership, these are very critical entrepreneurship. If you are not good in working as a team, one person cannot do everything. Though it is good at initial stage, it will give you benefit if you know something. That is a complementary thing. But ultimately, you have to make a team in long run, and you should know how to lead that team with positive and collaborative organizational culture so that employee satisfaction retention is there. People would not leave you just because of your attitude and things you are doing to them. You should be able to inspire, motivate, working in teams. So you should always remind them about the goal. Yes, we have to do it. We can do it. And you should give the examples. That company, they were lacking in so many resources, but still they could be able to do it, and they did it. Something like that. Inspire them. So what sort of teamwork and leadership skills do you require? You have a team. You need to be empathetic enough. You should know emotional intelligence, how to deal with certain sensitive topics. You should know the delegation of tasks. how to do it. You should know the conflict resolution, because ultimately, if you are having a team, then there will be deformities. So you should come up with the conflict resolution. Then at skill set workplace, I told you in this section, time management is there. But time management with respect to organizational skills is also one broader category where you should know how to prioritize things, how to set up the goals, how
Sorry,
to be.
madam, I have a question.
Yes,
Excuse me.
please.
Yeah, on team leadership.
Okay.
The explanation on your on teamwork and leadership skills.
Huh?
Yeah, let's say, for example, in the organization or the company, you are leading the team and you have the skill for it, but there are some people that have negative attitude for what you are doing. Instead
Right.
of making good decision, they are producing negative decision, so that the business or the company can decrease. So how can we prevent that as a
So,
leader?
right. So those people who don't know how to deal, with this negativity. First of all, just God. Huh. First of all, they are themselves filled with that negativity, and that's why they want to impart this. But for those people, you make them, this will be the last step to take, otherwise, just get them off. So, the last step which you can take, or last try, is that give them some responsibility. Make them a leader of a small team and ask them to allocate the tasks. Once they will be handled that way, they would get to know that, oh, this is not, easy cup of tea. This is not the thing, they should be changed. They'll get to know. So this is one thing which you can do. Now, even after that, if you don't find it right to get them off and you are not able to change their attitude, so you can have some of the, what is it called, training session for them. And you should accept that some people are really hard nut to crack. They don't have emotions. They should be given counseling. They should be asked what's the problem. Like, they should be taken care of with this emotional intelligence part. So these are few things, if that makes sense.
All right, yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, try it out. Otherwise, you need to come up with some sort of, you can ask themselves. You can give them scenario, them only, that if you are at this place where they are reacting like, awkward. If you were at that place, what you would do? You just try to pretend that they are also important for the organization, and maybe that attitude will get changed because of this, right?
Yeah, right.
Ah. So I was saying, prioritizing.
Yeah.
Okay. Prioritizing things, setting up the goals, and multitasking, decision making. These all are organizational skills which you have to incorporate using time management. Okay, let's say when I was, when we started this class, and I started with, I wanted it to be interactive, and that's why I asked you that what's the purpose, if you want to acquire these skills, so in which business are you? Then I realized after 20 minutes that no, we are halfway done, and we have to cover so much in the agenda, and we would not be able to. So I planned that let's keep it brief, and then So this is how you have to see the things. Sometimes you have ample of time and you strategize things accordingly, but sometimes you are, things are actually have to be deadline driven. Some days are, festive seasons. You have to be very, very organized in terms of, queue line. Queue should not be there. For this, let's have another case study to understand, not Canva one. Okay, start reading it. I'll ask you question from this. Have you read it?
Yes.
Okay. Tell me, what did they not do right? Though it is a successful case study, but anybody who wants to say that this was not the right thing to do, and this could be different, or this could be, they could avoid this situation by having alternative. Anybody? Just now I told you about organizational skills and time management. Yeah, go ahead.
Um, it's like they rushed through the business and forgot to add that aspect of sold out, and which is very important, especially for online businesses.
Correct, Pamela.
So that one
Well
was
done.
left out. Yes.
Yeah. So can you see that? How can it be? I mean, when I was going through this case study, I was like, the same day they launched the website. I mean, it was a bit weird, but it's fine. They did it out of that curiosity and because of the need. And still, you can see this case study is also started. The idea is also started because of the personal need. When Parker could not find the glasses for himself, right? Because they were expensive. Then they launched the website, and you can see the queue time was 20,000 people. So they had to wait. First year sales target was filled, but 20,000 people were in waiting. They were in queue. So though they had this, what is it called? We have proactive approach where they were panic, but they saw the opportunity in that problem also. This is the attitude of an entrepreneur. And they wrote personalized emails to apologize. That see, uh, we are really sorry that we could not serve because we could not expect, and this is because of your love. We are able to reach our targets. So it was like apology, congratulations or greeting message sort of thing. And they have this emotional backup from the people that they are committed to giving back. That means they are offering, they are performing corporate social responsibility as well. So when you say someone, please buy this product from me, we have door to door sales people, and they say if you buy this product, uh, 1% or 2% of this amount would go to studies of women, rural area development. When these sort of purposes are associated with selling or marketing, this gives you the boost. So this is also one good thing. And if somebody tells me this story that I could not afford that particular thing, but then I launched this brand and now I'm helping others to have it who are in need. So how beautiful it is. Like, if the person like me who has got this sensitivity would definitely go with this brand. And then it's home try on program, affordable prices, an online model. So they are very particular and clear about where do they want to stand out. So is everybody clear? Hello? Okay, got you. Now, the next thing is, yeah, sales skills. Though it is there already in the skill set workplace, but you have to have the sales skills. When we say sales, that does not necessarily mean only the sale of the product. But see, if you have seen that this person is very, very skillful, I want this person in my team. But then you see at your budget and you find, no, I cannot afford this person. But then you talk to that person and fill him or her with so much enthusiasm with your vision, mission, and you say, after 5 years we both can reach here, and we can fulfill. Initially we start this conversation with the what are your goals, what are your aspirations. After the interview you can have this extended conversation, and you can take the conversation to that negotiation where that person who was initially unaffordable to you can sound affordable now, because you have considered that person, you have persuaded that person to join your vision, to see the growth. You can compare his or her previous company and now, and you can give him or her aspirations to, you know if we get successful, then we can have this much of dividend or shares in our company, we can have partnership, some sort of thing. So this is also sales skills. If let's say your team member, just like Joseph asked, if team member is not ready, there is a theory of motivation, McClellan's X and Y theory. This theory says that there are two type of person at organize in any organization. One, who are very lazy, who will only do the work if instructed, and then also not wholeheartedly. Those people come under the category of Y. These are least motivated people. And then we have X people, X category people, who even if they don't have that task, they have completed their task, they'll come to you. They always find learning opportunity, they are so much motivated that they want to join you in everything, and they are the initiator. They have all those entrepreneurial qualities, it's just that they are employed. So if you can negotiate the things, and you can let that person do the work which you have allocated, if you convince that person, then also you have sales skills. you know so that means skills are very valuable, and these include all those things where you can attract potential customers, investors, your team, you can pitch ideas, you can negotiate and create great relationships with all of your stakeholders. Okay. And then lastly, in this category, we have all those skills which are related with negotiation, relationship building, data analysis, and social selling. Okay. Social selling, this was the word which has to be used for all those scenarios which I gave you. Then stress management. Of course, this has to be there. You know what happens after so much brainstorming and all those things, when you are not getting things right after so much brainstorming as well, you just fed up. And before you, your team gets fed up. So you have to bring, you need to lead the team with that entrepreneur spirit and well-being, and you should efficiently manage and cope uh, with stress, and you should do it by for yourself and by your own. Okay, then you have to do it for your team. So this is how you have to maintain good physical and mental health. You should enhance, if there is stress management, let me tell you, if there is no stress at work, then you will be able to enhance personal and professional relationships, and you will be able to improve the overall quality of life, right? So this is how you can have stress management skills. Now, can anybody suggest how can you manage stress at your work? Any strategy?
Okay, I should ask, is the stress in terms of work or mental stress?
Any sort of stress.
Okay, when it comes to workload, we can divide the work so that it should be scheduled in a way so that people won't have much panic with the work they have. And when it comes to the emotional stress, engaging in some activities like just having a trip for the whole team, go to maybe any whole a vacation to enjoy themselves. Uh, and to add on the workload, when it comes to customers, talking with them that, okay, we know you want our services, but what if we schedule your services on this day so that it aligns also with our schedule?
That's great, Faz. So, yes, you can have those mindfulness activities and meditation for internal team, your positive thinking, and if you talk about other stakeholders, it reflects in your work. So your services tell us, let's say if you are serving your customer in a very better manner, they are getting all those 4 P's: product, price, place, promotion, everything is all set, and they have those smooth transaction from the beginning to end. And of course they'll not be having stress towards you, so you'll be able to get the things right. So, and also for your team, make sure they have, you can have those exercise things, sessions. People do have this thing that after Pomodoro technique, if you have heard about it, after 25 minutes take a 5-minute break, so as to have much efficiency. So these sort of things can help you in stress management. And the foremost thing is one-on-one talk. People, what they do, they just come into this vicious circle of backbiting, the politics. But actually we should be, whatever we are, should be on face. So if we think that this person is not giving us right vibe, then just go and reach out to him or her and talk. And even if that, even after that you think that no, this is not, we cannot gel any near about, we cannot gel in this life, so just stay apart. Or you both can go for counseling and ask your manager that what can we do for this. Does this make sense? Hello.
Yes, it does.
Yes, it does.
Okay, so now if we
I
ask,
like how you brought it out. Most
okay,
top management actually overlook even the workload that people have. So you find that people are stressed and you have a high burn rate. So
yeah,
I'm enjoying. Thank you.
great, good to hear from you. Okay, so we have talked about all those skills. How can we develop these entrepreneurial skills in people? In all of these, the central part was being an entrepreneur. Central key is to make that vision, or to reach that goal, to make that vision into reality, to define that goal. So you have to be very, very clear about your goal. You have to establish your business objectives. You should know about your strengths, weaknesses, and what you want to achieve. There should be a clear picture. Okay, first thing is define your goals. Where do you want to go? Where are you right now? And what is the gap in between these two phases? Then please work on your training, work on your upskilling, learn through podcast, just go through LinkedIn, any professional networking event. If you find out any conference, seminar, podcast, book, you can find out on Google Scholar. So many books, free books, audio books are there, seminars. These are, you can enhance your skills and share. You never know that some of your stakeholders you can find from those seminars and all. And then look, you have to be adaptable enough, stay open to change, embrace new ideas and opportunities as they arise. And the very important thing is foster a growth mindset, continuous learning, and seeking out for new opportunities. It will help you. All these things help you in developing your skills. Okay. Now, there is another case study. See, I have chosen 5 case studies for you, but because of time constraint, I don't think that we would be able to do it, but I will definitely post it in the last slide of this resource material. So have a look. Now let's talk about some theories in entrepreneurship. Why these theories are important, so that you can, everybody has got different learning curve. Okay, whatever I'm telling you from my experience, from be it teaching or corporate one, because I have been a market researcher in United Kingdom, and then I have worked as a product manager, production manager. I have never been an entrepreneur, to be honest, because I don't want to be, but because this risk taking factor, this is a thing which makes me, switch my idea from this to that. Anyways, I like you all to know about these theories and then bring your perspective into the picture. That from each theory, every single inference would be different, and how you would take it and apply it to your scenario, that will make the difference, that what have you learned from this seminar or any other thing, for upskilling. So firstly, innovation entrepreneurship theory. This theory states that what makes an entrepreneur different from normal businessmen? It is finding innovative solution, having foresight. Okay, so this innovative theory is about it's just changed the perspective of an entrepreneur. According to Scumter, entrepreneurs take the stationary economy. Stationary means which is stagnate. So if economy does not having any growth, so stationary economy can be taken to a new level of development by entrepreneurs if they add innovation and creativity of their own. How you can do so? By reducing the cost of production. Remember this bit. Any innovation, do you know why though we humans resist change? We don't want to change us. Law of inertia. Every single thing wants to be in its state. If I'm in rest, I want to do rest. So how come this innovation comes into picture? If you think of changing your ways, you think that no, this is taking so much time. How can I do it in a better way, in a shorter manner? You will search so many things, secondary resources, you go there, this, you talk to that person, and then you will come up with this innovation, new thing. So innovation comes when you think of reducing the cost of production and you increase the demand for certain products. Who is this? Please mute yourself. Aaron. Okay, next is economic entrepreneurship theory. It was given by Richard Cantillon. Okay, so because it is economic entrepreneurship theory, he was related with economy only. So he considered that economy is one of the fields affected by entrepreneurship, because after all, entrepreneurs take economy to new levels. So Cantillon says an entrepreneur acts as both producers and exchangers. An entrepreneur's action affects the whole supply chain of raw materials, raw products being collected to become an end product for consumers. So Cantillon said, see, everyone is an entrepreneur. everyone is an entrepreneur because of their actions, their little actions. Like if you see a beggar, even that is an entrepreneur because he has got new ideas of begging. If you see, from beggars to restaurant owners and so on and so forth, they have unfixed income, they have, unique factors, they think differently. So they are entrepreneurs, and whoever is thinking about economy, that person is an entrepreneur. And we all think of money. How can we save money? How can we, increase our amount, whatever we are having right now, the wealth. So economic entrepreneurship theory says this. Then we have sociological entrepreneurship theory. Sociological, yani this theory talks about the social aspects of entrepreneurship. Just like one of you said, if you as an entrepreneur think about social aspects, like we saw that gender inequality, if we want to break those taboos, those things which are related with social taboos, customs, culture, religion, beliefs, if you think about all those things and relate it with your business, just like you want to have women empowerment, and that's why you are tutoring women to have business opportunities, but ultimately you are thinking about your benefit also. So this is a sociological entrepreneurship theory. Okay, then what we have is psychological entrepreneurship theory. So in psychological, as the name suggests, it is divided into 3 personal characteristics of a typical entrepreneur. Okay, psychology. First, locus of control. Then, personality traits. And then, need for achievement. These are the 3 things which make this theory psychological. Locus of control. Any entrepreneur's success can be an outcome of what he thinks, like what his or her internal locus of control is. Locus of control can be inner or outer one. So for example, what is your inner locus of control? Your own abilities, what you can do on your own. What is your outer locus of control? The support which you can get, the opportunities which you can find. See, opportunities finding tendency is your inner ability. But those opportunities have to be there in the surroundings.
Madam. Good evening, madam.
Good evening.
Sorry, would you mind to maybe have not heard you clearly on the 3 elements of psychological entrepreneur theory? You have
Okay.
raised I've taken personalities, I've taken need for achievement, I've missed the first one.
First one is locus of control.
Locus
Locus.
of control.
Yeah, center of control. Yeah.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So we have 2 types of center of control, 2 types of locus of control. One is from inside, that is our inner abilities, and one from outside, the support which we get from our team, from external surroundings. So these things control an entrepreneur's success. Then personality traits, of course, some people say entrepreneurs are born, they are not made. Those are not acquired skills which an entrepreneur is having. Some criticize this theory, but yes, the inborn qualities of an individual which make you an entrepreneur, that comes under this entrepreneurship theory. Now, of course, because these are inborn qualities, you cannot change them. So don't focus on this part of theory. If you are finding it. See, you have set up 5 business, 7 business, 20 businesses, and then you are finding that you are failing in every business. There is no learning. You are not learning from your previous drawbacks, weaknesses, failures. That means that thing after, you know, think about it. I should not demotivate you, but then this thing is not for you. However, there is one, there is one, if you see the Canva case study, this business idea of online design tool was turned down by over 100 investors. But you know why this did not fail? Because this person was having faith. Do you know about Canva? No? Okay, let me show you. You can have this Canva for free and create such a beautiful designs, templates for your websites and all. If you log in, they have given you so many templates. Some are free, some are on trial basis. For example, if you want to have a presentation based on, this is for education, based on brand management, for example. It is asking me to log in. No, I don't want to upgrade it. Okay, you can see I have come here. You can go with the presentation. You can have Instagram post here, the design for it. And the beautiful thing is, it is not come under the category of copyright. So, you know, when we take something from somewhere, you can design logo from this for your own business. And it will not, you know, come under the category of copyrights. Nobody can claim copyright on it. Such a beautiful thing. I would refer you go to this canva.com and you can have their, what is it called? Where you, the guide, they'll help you, Canva blog, they'll help you in designing so many things. And you can search on YouTube how to use Canva. Business giants are also doing it. Marketing giants are also taking help of Canva. So go for it. I was telling you that this initially Melanie Perkins was doing a part-time job, and he was teaching, sorry, she was teaching how to use this desktop design software, but the software was very expensive. So she asked, is there a way this could be simpler and less expensive? So this was the hook from where she took the idea. Okay, so she created an affordable, simple online design tool, but that was rejected by 100 investors. 3 years she gave to pitching process, and then she had this first investment. Can you see the perseverance? So why did she get this first investment after 3 years? She credits this investment because to a shift in her pitching strategy. Now she started pitching like leading with the relatable problem Canva aims to solve. So she used this Canva to solve the problem, the real life problem, and showed it. You can have a look at this link also. Interview, it is explained in a better way. Now Canva has 60 million customers across 190 countries. See the beauty of entrepreneurship. So in psychology, you can see what type of entrepreneur you are according to these theories. And it is not restrictively that you should think that if you are not coming into any of these categories, then you are not an entrepreneur. No, this is not true. But yes, you can relate with some of the aspects. So locus of control, we can definitely relate with them. Then personality traits, some might have, some may reject this. Need for achievement. Of course, entrepreneurs have a vision and they want to achieve. They are driven by that need for achievement, right? Then they have opportunity based entrepreneurship. Of course, entrepreneur and entrepreneurship, they are always relatable. They search for change, they respond to it, and they exploit it as an opportunity. I told you this in the beginning. Then we have resource based. See, as an entrepreneur, if you want to set up your company in order to reach that goal, of course you need resources to start and carry out your business. Money and time alone are not sufficient. What do you need? You need so many things for productivity, your team, financial, social, human resources, everything you need. So resource-based entrepreneurship theory says entrepreneurship is dependent on the resources which you're having. And entrepreneur success is dependent on the resources. Then we have anthropological. Anthro means study of different cultural models humans live in. So cultural models. Anthropologists study the human aspects within the past and present. So this is how, if you have anthropological aspect, you can be a good observer of society. And if you want to have a successful venture, you should definitely consider the social and cultural context. See it this way. If you want to have a beef business, but beef is banned in India, how can you do it? If you want to have pork business, you want to deal with pork meat, and it is banned in Islamic countries, how can you do it? So you need to consider where you are heading, the market criteria, the social and cultural aspect. If someone has joined your team and there is particular culture from which that person belongs to, so you need to respect that. If you have Christians, Hindu, Muslims, Jews in your company, and you are giving the holiday, you are announcing the holiday for that team member who belongs to your own religion, but not to other one, then it will create a bad impact and it will harm the team spirit and then your company as well. So make sure you find the way to solve these difficulties. Of course, we have social, environmental, and cultural differences and conflicts, but ultimately goal is same. So try to find out how you can bring all these aspects together. And then we have process of stage entrepreneurship. That means you want to achieve a goal. There are some processes. What are they? Firstly, you get attracted towards something, that this is what I can relate with it. I was also facing the same problem. This means that so many people are facing these problems. I need to find out the solution for this. That means you need simulation for stimulation of entrepreneurship. You need that stimulus. You need to identify next, after getting that stimulus, you need to identify what you as an entrepreneur can do. That means abilities and capacities of entrepreneurship which can be applied. And then expansion and development stage. Let's bring it into reality. Then you have to you know make create a publicity stunt, promote your product, and get the feedback, incorporate it. Then you can be a successful business entrepreneur, right? I have jotted down here Canva, Google Analytics, Trello, some of them I have explained. But because of time constraint, I would like you all to go through these tools and try with their guides that how can you use them in their free version. Once you are pro in it, then you can launch them in your team also. Here I have written, I'm just summarizing everything because we are not able to cover all these topics now. we had to finish this by 9:30, but it is already 10 past. Anyways, I'm saying that competency. Every entrepreneur has to have some competency. For example, understanding what needs to be done. So, what do you need for it? You should have reasoning, visioning, know how of things, and expertise. So, you can relate these things which you want to achieve as a competency and how can you achieve here. For example, if you want to achieve against the odds, you definitely have to have confidence. You should have achievement drive. You should calculate risk. Then only you can beat the odds. You should have resilience that, okay, no matter what, I need to do it, even if I get failed in it. And when we get failed, it is very easy to say, oh, it was a failure. It's okay. You should not afraid of failure. No, we are humans. We have that stress related with, those failures. If I'm very hardworking student and if I'm getting less marks, even after, giving it my 100%, of course I'll be having stress. But then, please, it is you who can, who can build you up and break down you. So it is important that stress tolerance has to be there and train your team also for this. So core competencies are written here with the scenarios how you can cope up with it. Okay, just try to go with it. These are the issues and what are the issues. For example, if let me tell you this, there are customer issues. If you are having single customer, if there is a financial problem of customer, if customer is not paying attention on quality and you have made the quality based product, what can you do? These are immediate environment problem. These are listed problems and you have to think beforehand what can be done in this place. Now how can you find out the solution? By going through various case studies where people cope up with the financial problems. Firstly, brainstorm yourself, like on this idea. Ask your mentors or people around you, and then jot them down, and then see if anybody else has also applied this concept, and then just launch it. So this was it for today's session. These are the links which you can refer to. Now tell me, do you have any doubt? Yes, Charles?
I'm Charles from Malawi. I just wanted to find out if you are going to share us this slide so that we can go through it, because I'm writing the short notes, but because I'm writing these short notes and I'm having a problem sometimes, maybe I'm not able to capture almost everything. So I just wanted to find out if you are going to share us these notes through our emails.
Charles, what I'm going to do here, you are added in the teams. Where is it? Here in the teams of entrepreneurial skills. Their recording will be sent for today's class, as well as
Yeah,
the
good.
notes and file section.
That's right. That's nice, madam.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Anybody else who wants to raise anything?
Hi, ma. Good evening.
Good evening, everyone.
Yes, I just wanted to know, is this entrepreneurship teams in the main course, or it's separate where we can just go straight and have no issues to log in?
If you go to Teams, it will show you the separate section of entrepreneurship skills training. Here in the general section, I think you are here. Let me see who is here. All
Because
students.
I'm having challenges with the logging in with the class. So
Okay,
I'm
for
getting
that,
back
what
with
I'm doing,
Would you mind to share with me on WhatsApp?
For that, I'm giving you my WhatsApp number because I don't think you have the access.
Yes.
You can ask me there. I'll send you. Okay.
Sure.
9.996267. Okay. Okay. Anybody else who wants to give any feedback or something like that for today's session?
Yeah, I'm Joseph Esai.
Yes.
Hello? Yeah, I just want
Yes.
to know if there is a continuous of this session because I think it's too long. I have seen that you have jumped some stages, so it seems like it's a long written course. So what you can, if you can add some days so that you can continue. My begging so that you can.
Okay, Joss.
All right. I think mine is the time put in to organize this meeting and the level of content that is being delivered. I think it's this kind of or this level of organization, I think, is very helpful to people who are intending to venture into business. I think it's very insightful. I just want Lily to thank you not only for delivering the content that was structured in the slides, but you also allowed us to have that feel of extra tools that are useful. I think I managed to get some screenshots of those two, but most importantly is you taking us the step by step on how to use those tools. I think for me, I just wanted to thank you for having taken so much time to just share this useful information. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Aziz, for your kind words. Anybody else who wants to give any feedback, do's and don'ts, and things like that? All right. Yes, Shipu, have you raised your hands?
Yes, yes, this is Sepo from South Africa. I think this seminar was worth attending, and I wish we can have some more maybe next year. I think the knowledge
Indeed.
will make us better entrepreneurs. Thank you.
That's great to hear. Anybody else?
Pamela from Zambia. I just want to say thank you. It's the first one I've managed to attend, and I've really found it insightful. I'm looking forward to more like this. Thank you.
Great, great. Good to hear. All right. So I think we are good to go. You have I'm wishing you all the very best for your future endeavors. May you become what you want to become.
Sorry to interrupt you. Have you shared your LinkedIn username so maybe we can reach out through LinkedIn?
Yeah, it's my name only, Professor Abha Gautam. It is ABHAGAUTM. This is me. Okay. It's Abha Gautam, Professor Abha Gautam. Okay. All right then. See you next time. You take care of yourself and keep working hard to achieve what you want to achieve. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Thank you.